That's how they figure out the 7.5. And really, this is no surprise. I know we're through just one event. We're in event number 2. But no surprise that man, Brian Shaw, and HATHOR Bjornsson are on top of the overall leaderboard.
Yes, I would agree. And these are both giant athletes. So an event like this where they have longer arms, they can maybe let the stone ride a little bit lower. They have prolific back strength and leg strength to carry the stone. This is such a fantastic event for a strongman competition. What it is it's primal.
Shaw is one of those athletes who didn't start as a strongman. He actually was a basketball player. He attended Black Hills State University on a full basketball scholarship, and during his time there, he said he was hooked on the weights, and that path kind of led him to strongman. Said he has always possessed what he calls brute strength, and that will be on display in this event.
Yes, he's quite good with odd objects. He's just trying to mentally get a place where he can step around that and not actually step on that area of the stage where it's a little bit soft.
Now here's the thing too, Brian Shaw was warmed up ready to go. Then we had a delay. How does that affect these athletes mentally?
It's really not something that's in his. So going 2 full laps will put him in very good placing. Would make him the leader if he can get all the way around and come some distance down the straightaway here after 2 laps.
Alexei Novikov was the first man out, and so far, unofficially, he carried that thing the farthest. Brian Shaw, the key for him is not necessarily beating Novikov, it's beating the man who's going to come up next, and that's HATHOR Bjornsson.
Very nice pick, and he's actually tall enough to lock his fingers. Let's see if that strategy works. Now, if his fingers come apart, he still has his hands on the stone. He's moving his feet. He's breathing. Look, he's got good breathing pattern, rhythmically breathing in and out, in and out. He's done a lot of carrying events.
Shaw looking like he's starting to slip a little bit. He'll get through 1 lap and then drop that 400-plus pound stone.
Well, now we understand why the Husafell stone carry is such an epic test of strength.
That Alexei Novikov, a rookie, so far. Here's Martins Licis. With his first attempt, he won the Arnold Classic Europe competition, also won the Arnold Classic USA competition that was held a couple months ago in Santa Monica right there on the pier. 420 kilos for Licis. And that is no problem.
Yes, he was very patient. Saw head judge Magnus Magnuson give the down signal. Sitting way back to pull the bar back. And that's exactly what the straps allow you to do. In a little bit wider foot stance, you can really focus on pulling back. What that does is it allows you to have your shins more upright, allows you to then use your levers to pull back on the bar. One of the major mistakes that people make when they deadlift, if they can't find that spot, they end up getting their shoulders in front of the bar or their knees in front of the bar. And when that happens, it's very difficult to pull back. It's not like a clean where you would need your shoulders in front of the bar, and then you can, or a snatch where you need your shoulders in front of the bar to allow your posterior chain levers to get the bar accelerated. With a deadlift, you want to sit back. Again, this isn't just power, this is strength.
The Siberian Force, Mikhail Shivlikov, is up next. 950 pounds for his first attempt. 400 31 kilos.
This is quite a start for him. But we've seen in the past, he has a heart of a lion. The winner of the Zhukov medal.
And no problem for Shivlikov. 950 in the books for him in his opening lift.
But you've got to overcome what your body's telling you, which is stop pulling.
THOR Bjornsson up next. He has the record on this implement at 1,041 pounds. He is looking to change that with only his second lift. 1,045 pounds on the bar for the mountain. This would be a new world record on the elephant bar.
This is only as this second attempt. This shows that he is ready. Getting some Icelandic Viking berserker going. Lowering all inhibitions.
1,045 pounds and a new elephant bar world record at stake right now for the man they call the mountain, THOR Bjornsson. In only the second round, he has one lift remaining after this.
Wow.
Give me a break. How easy is that? And a new world record, 1,045 pounds for the mountain. I mean, come on, Bill. That is ridiculous.
That was very, very impressive. That was very, very impressive. I actually am almost speechless by that. He pulled that bar from the bottom, and there was almost no doubt as soon as he started the pull.
I mean, this is a new world record. He beats his mark from last year, and look how easy this is.
Absolutely. He's got that pullback. He dips his hips. Posterior chain's activated. He's looking down, gets it to his knees, pulls back. He's got all those components down.
And he is your new leader, your new world record holder, and we have one round to go. As Bjornsson will...
From the ground. So we've eclipsed the 1,000-pound mark. Now we're in the 1,100-pound mark.
THOR Bjornsson staring at history, and 1,105 pounds, getting the crowd behind him as he lines up for his third and final attempt. $50,000 on the line here for THOR Bjornsson.
For all the marbles, here it is. For all the marbles, here it is.
At the knees, and Bjornsson cannot get it.
For all the marbles, here it is.
At the knees, and Bjornsson cannot get it. Blood coming from his forehead. That's how intense that effort was. He sets the elephant bar deadlift record. He wins the event, but the mountain cannot best the beast. And the record remains down to 7th. But day number 1 of the Arnold Strongman Classic belongs to THOR Bjornsson. He sets a world record in the elephant bar deadlift. 10:45. 1,045 pounds for the new world record, and then he wins the Husafell Stone Carry. Action continues tomorrow here at the Greater Columbus Convention Center at 1 p.m. Eastern, and we open it up with the Wheel of Pain. Thanks for joining us today, everybody. For Dr. Bill Crawford, I'm Sean Woodland, and we will see you on Saturday. A lap.
Yes, and this is a strategy. Does he go for the event win and put a couple of points ahead, or does he conserve energy and just be one more point ahead of Brian? And that's his choice. He'll understand that when he picks it up if it feels like it's going well. that he can carry it more than 2 laps.
Being that he's from Iceland, does that make this event mean more to him?
Certainly, and he's been to the Husafell Stone and carried it. So this is an event that he would be able to have some insight into. That's for sure.
Here are your official top 3. Alexei Novikov, the youngster from Ukraine, with a carry of 211 feet 6 inches. Ronald Heinle is second, followed by Martins Lisis. Novikov, the worst he can do right now is second place, and that will help move him up the overall standings.
That's fantastic. So the reason they used that Snorri, the farmer, used this at the sheep pen that we always talk about is because he didn't have wood to make a gate for when he sheared his sheep. So he took this slab and put it up against the opening of the sheep's pen. And he started carrying it and lifting it up onto the stone wall, and that was called Sturker. He was strong if he could lift it. You were a half Sturker if you could actually lift it up onto the taller part of the wall. Full Sturker, full strength, if you could pick it up and carry it completely around without putting it down.
Hafthor Bjornsson, the overall leader after the first event, the last man to carry this stone, and trying to beat the rookie's mark, Alexei Novikov, 211 feet 6 inches. Bjornsson mauling that stone to his chest, and he is off on his first lap.
Very quick foot movement, getting some rhythmic breathing going, coming to the first, very long strides.
1 lap down for Bjornsson, and looking like he's going to stay in the overall lead with 3 events remaining. Now can he track down the rookie Alexei Novikov?
Yes, he's vying for that first place finish. He's making a statement. Here he comes all the way around.
This one's going to be close as the stone is down for Hafthor Bjornsson, and one thing is for sure, though, he will be your overall leader after 2 events.
Maintaining national pride. The first time I went to Iceland, a 60-year-old woman at the hotel that I was going to stay in asked me why I was there, and I told her the stone. She didn't ask what stone, and she gave me directions.
They know what the stone means over there.
The stone is the Husafell stone, also known as Kria Hedlund, which means the pin slab in Icelandic.
And it looks like Hafthor Bjornsson may have edged out Alexei Novikov, but that is unofficial. If that is the case, Bjornsson will go 2 for 2, win both opening events, and have 20 total points heading into the second and final day.
Very effective pick, super efficient. He knows exactly where he needs to put his hands. So not only digging your fingertips in, you're locking it in with your chest. So what you want is a silent upper body and locking it in with your upper body and moving your legs quickly. Keys to success, and that was it.
We are waiting on the final results of this event, but better news for Hafthor Bjornsson is that because of that performance, he has put some significant distance between himself and Brian Shaw on the overall leaderboard. We just don't know how much yet. But Bjornsson looking like he has gone 2 for 2 on day 1 and just edging out the rookie Alexei Novikov, but we are waiting on the official results as Hafthor Bjornsson, who won the Arnold Strongman Classic for the first time in 2018, making a statement on day 1.
Very much so. If you can understand what this means, to pick up this stone and be able to carry it.
The effort it would take to push a fire truck.
Yes.
Martins Lisis is your leader, 119 feet 9 inches. Hafthor Bjornsson, who has won the first 2 events here, is the last man to go. And here we go.
Hafthor's from Iceland. He's going to call on a lot of spirit. In Icelandic, they say "Kommissar," which means "come on, let's go."
Bjornsson moving extremely well here. As long as he doesn't finish towards the bottom, he will remain your overall leader. And now he's starting to get to the tail end of things as he's chasing down Jerry Pritchett and Brian Shaw, and now going to that style we first saw that Alexei Novikov employ. Inside 30 seconds.
20 seconds. There he goes. He passes Pritchett.
This one will be close.
Yeah, so every name that he passes is points. But he's keeping it going. He's got his shoulders against it. He's keeping his hips low, even for a tall man.
That's where Lisi's nameplate is, and Bjornsson is quickly approaching that. Final seconds, and Hafthor Bjornsson may not have gotten there, but he was close. He might have been a few inches short, and he collapses as something finally brings down the mountain. Bjornsson may not have gotten there, but he was close. He might have been a few inches short, and he collapses as something finally brings down the mountain. And we will have to look what the official measurement is, and it looks like Martins Lisi's just edging out Hafthor Bjornsson. But Bjornsson, with a second-place finish in this event, unofficially will rack up 9 points, and he will remain your overall leader. And Martins Lisi's is climbing now the Wheel of Pain after conquering this implement. Crush your enemies, see them driven before you, and hear the lamentations of the women.
Wow, just by a few inches. So those are very valuable points. So when Hafthor passed those other athletes.
And Hafthor Bjornsson is still down, just being checked out by the medical staff as a precaution. What an incredible effort from Bjornsson. Won't win every event, but he is still your overall leader. You will have 29 out of a possible 30 total points with 2 events remaining, and he's going to be a tough man to catch on that overall leaderboard as the medical staff now helping Bjornsson to his feet as he looks to be right now okay.
He completely exerted himself.
So just 6 inches separating Martins Lisi's from Hafthor Bjornsson. Alexei Novikov continues to impress. Another top 3 finish for him at 113 feet even. Matjaž Belšak and Mikhail Shivlikov rounding out the top 5. Jerry Pritchett and Brian Shaw 9th and 8th respectively. And Brian Shaw, a man that we thought would push Bjornsson for the lead here, has falling back now farther on the overall leaderboard. So one more look at Martins Lisi's winning effort. What impressed you the most about what he was able to achieve here?
Just his mental strength. He's obviously a world-class strongman, and he's got the muscle power and the strength to do this event. But he just overcame the implement in the end with his mind and his will.
Hafthor Bjornsson is up. It looks like he is okay, but when you exert yourself that hard for that long, it is obviously going to take its toll on you. Most important thing for Bjornsson, though, although he did not win the event, he is still winning this competition.
Well, this is the Wheel of Pain, and you can see that it makes these men succumb within a minute.
Martins Lisi's has now separated himself and now stands in second place all by himself and is cut into Bjornsson's lead, but only by a point. Alexei Novikov, the impressive rookie, moves into third, and it's Rano Heinle dropping to fourth. Brian Shaw is now 14 points back of Hafthor Bjornsson. Shaw looking for his 4th Arnold Strongman Classic Championship, and this is how close event number 3, the Wheel of Pain, was. Just 6 inches between the mountain and the dragon. And the dragon wins out in this battle.
I think this implement will be back.
We talked yesterday about the implements being as much of an attraction as the strongmen, and people have been taking pictures of this thing all week long as it has been here at the Greater Columbus Convention Center for a while as Martins Lisi's received some treatment. But to see it in person and to understand the, like you said, the engineering achievement that it took to build this thing is just amazing, and we look forward to possibly seeing the Wheel of Pain in future strongman competitions. Martins Lisi's finally bests the mountain and wins his first event of the competition as the Wheel of Pain does not disappoint. We are through 3 of 5 events here at the 2019 Arnold Strongman Classic. Stay with us. Coming up later, it's the Austrian Oak.
Yes, 385 the Santa Monica implement. This is much heavier at 430 pounds. And he used sort of a snatch technique that all dazzled us.
There was very little pause at the shoulders there on the pier in Santa Monica, but again, this implement much heavier. The Austrian Oak, 430 pounds. And here goes KIELISZKOWSKI on his first attempt.
Oh my God. You saw him cleanly got that to the shoulders.
And one rep.
Excellent.
For Mateusz KIELISZKOWSKI.
It's not if he's going to do it, but how many times? We need you right here.
Here's attempt number 2 now. Mateusz KIELISZKOWSKI out of Poland.
His wheelhouse, his upper body, legendary. And he's really muscling it up.
Elbows are forward, up and back.
And that'll be 2. Mateusz KIELISZKOWSKI picking up right where he left off in Santa Monica, not having a whole lot of trouble with the Austrian Oak.
I'm thinking, what do you think?
2 reps and counting.
The incomparable Zydrunas Savickas, 8-time champion here, finished with 4 repetitions with this implement one year.
Third attempt for KIELISZKOWSKI. And the crowd was trying to will that thing over his head, but KIELISZKOWSKI will exit with 2 good reps to be a contender when he got here.
Yes, he's someone that always comes on stronger through the end of competition.
He gets right to work. First attempt for Lisis. And he will lock it out. And now sits in a tie for second place with Brian Shaw in this event. Right to work on attempt number 2. And Lisis will hit that one and is now tied for the lead with Mateusz KIELISZKOWSKI and Mikhail Shivlikov with 2 successful reps, and he still has plenty of time.
He wants to dig down and get this 3rd rep. This would definitely separate him from the competition. Probably close to 7 feet tall, and his grandfather is too, and they're both here in the audience watching him.
They are an easy family to spot walking through the crowd. One more look at the overall standings coming into this final attempt. The overall standings in this event, 3 men have completed 2 repetitions. Martins Lisis the most recent, and then Brian Shaw completed 1.
A 430-pound log.
He really needs to hit 2 reps and get himself in that pack. But then he can completely separate himself from the pack with a 3rd repetition.
Hafthor Bjornsson just needs to stay close to Martins Lisis, the man immediately behind him in the overall standings. Bjornsson leads Lisis by 6 points coming into this event, and this is his first attempt on the Austrian Oak. 430 pounds, 195 kilos. And that is easy for Hafthor Bjornsson. 1 successful rep is in. Hafthor, one of the few athletes in the field who actually weighs more than the log.
So it's giving him a little bit more in his legs. You don't have to really bounce so much.
Just needs 1 more to tie himself with the 3 other athletes who have completed 2 repetitions.
Clearing his head a little bit there.
The Mountain asks for some help from the crowd, and they will gladly give it to him on attempt number 2.
Help the Mountain out here, folks.
Bjornsson locks that out, and he has tied for the lead. And he has more time left on the clock if he wants to make another attempt.
He needs this attempt, and he'll basically lock down the competition overall.
He wants it. 20 seconds. Give it to him. 20 seconds. He can seal the deal.
3rd attempt for the Mountain.
Plenty of time.
No problem to the chest. And Bjornsson just cannot get under it. 2 reps, though, will tie him with 3 other men in this event, thanking the crowd. And HATHOR Bjornsson will remain your overall leader heading in to the final event that will be later on tonight, the stone to shoulder, but he mauled that thing up on his first attempt.
Yes, super efficient up, very, very quickly up.
On the main stage with the stone to shoulder.
Elbows are forward.
Ladies and gentlemen, you enjoy the Strongman
Up
Championship.
and back.
I said, are you enjoying
Another
the
thing when you get a
Strongman
really heavy weight
Championship?
overhead like that is fighting that pressure. Yes, he did. He's actually been shouldering a stone that weighs 485 pounds.
This is his first attempt, and he just rips that off the ground.
He's feeling the pressure of being able to perform on this event because he did such a great thing last year with this stone.
And there is one rep for KIELISZKOWSKI. If he breaks his own record of 4 repetitions, he'll walk away with $5,000. One good repetition down for KIELISZKOWSKI. Here's his second attempt.
He just comes right off. Wow.
And that will be 2, and he barely looks taxed.
He's read this stone. He knows exactly what he's going to do, and then he gets the body position to get it up to the top of the chest, pitches his shoulders and his hips together, and gets under that stone.
Third attempt for KIELISZKOWSKI.
This also requires tremendous upper body strength. A lot of shoulder strength that people don't understand shouldering a stone, because from here you've got to be able to hold it close to the body and then push it up.
And that will be 3 good reps for Maciej KIELISZKOWSKI. And he still has a minute to go. Remember, he has the record. It was 4, and he did it last year.
Okay, we're going to watch again this next attempt. This will tie his best. He's going to get his hands on it. He's going to push his feet down, get it to his lap. He's got that right hand in a great position to hold on to the stone.
And KIELISZKOWSKI once again
So
putting on a clinic. 4 good reps.
He's lifted this stone 8 times total. The second place man ever to ever lift the stone's only done it once, and this is something that he's just got this event down.
Just a few more seconds to go. KIELISZKOWSKI has time for one more attempt and possibly break his own record. This would be his 5th good rep. KIELISZKOWSKI has a new record, 5 reps with the Ode Haugen Tombstone.
Wow.
Incredible. His second consecutive Arnold Strongman Championship. Tied for first in the last event, won the first 2 on Friday, and then a second place by just 6 inches in the Wheel of Pain, and this is his first attempt.
So just to reiterate, he's an Icelander. Lots of stones there. He's got a tattoo on his calf of Jan Paul Sigmarsson with a stone on his shoulder. This is for pride. He's left-handed. He's going to go to his left shoulder.
That'll be 2 points as he has it to his torso, now trying to work it to his shoulder. Bjornsson trying to find the balance point. Extends his arm, and that will be 1 good rep.
That ties him
And
for
that
second. That's it.
Is going to do it. And now it's about putting on a show for the crowd. Taking a victory lap, may not make another attempt. And HATHOR Bjornsson once again, he is the mountain among men. He is your 2019 Arnold Strongman Classic champion.
He does it to his left shoulder, which is a little bit different than going to the right shoulder, the way the stone is shaped. So he did have to struggle a bit more. He got it rested against his face, put his hand out, back down.
And then the celebration. 2 straight years. That man has stood above all other strongmen. HATHOR Julius Bjornsson your 2019 Arnold Strongman Classic champion and the first man to do it in back-to-back years since Derek Poundstone did it. But the man who is the present of Strongman and a dominant performance all weekend long, his second straight Arnold Strongman Classic Championship, THOR Bjornsson. And once again, Bill, this man is just starting to hit his stride. He started showing up here in 2012, but since 2017 he has been in the top two, and now his second straight title.
Well, just my monitoring Strongman and watching it very closely for a number of years, he set up where Mariusz Pucanowski was to have a run to be very dominant for several more years.
Arnold Schwarzenegger presenting him with the trophy for winning this competition in his 8th straight appearance and his second career championship. The trophy for winning this competition in his 8th straight appearance and his second career championship.
The Louis Cyr Trophy.
And that would have been the tiebreak. The Louis Cyr dumbbell would have been the tiebreak event had we been tied atop the overall scoreboard in points. Once again, here are your final standings. THOR Julius Bjornsson, 45 points to win the 2019 Arnold Strongman Classic. Martins Licis will finish in second place, and Maciej KIELISZKOWSKI matching his best career finish as he takes third. Quite a weekend for that man. It started with a record 1,045 pounds on the elephant bar deadlift, and the momentum carried through. Martins Licis was impressive, the only man to edge out THOR in the Wheel of Pain, and then a four-way tie for first place in the Austrian Oak. But when we got to the stone to shoulder, that is where THOR Bjornsson put the finishing touches on his second straight championship. Thanks for being with us here all weekend, everybody. For Dr. Bill Crawford and our entire crew here in Columbus, Ohio, I am Sean Woodland. The road to the 2020 Arnold